Alright, let's get into this video. I've said for quite a while now, even in some of the videos that I've made today, that I'm looking to do boxing and martial arts. I'd say some form of martial arts as if I don't know, but I know exactly which one that I want to try out right now. It's not the one that I'm thinking of doing, but it's the one that's in the area. I could do the one I'm really thinking of doing later on. I don't know, I think I explained in another video, but I'm not sure why I refuse to say which type of martial arts it is. I don't know. I may have to work through that in my own time, but for now, I'll leave it at that. So I've put in quote marks, see what I'm made of, because I'm referring to something that Castillo said. So just as a way of giving credit to him, I'll put it in quote marks because that did not come from within. I did not think of that myself. He was saying that boxing shows what you're made of, and I'd like to see what I'm made of. Hence it's in quote marks rather than it not being. And right now I'm looking to eradicate all sort of weakness that I have in myself as a person and in all of my ways of life, really. I know that I come from a place of weakness and not knowing, which I've spoken about in terms of taking control of my dark side, especially today, more so at the end of today's daily log. I have I've said that this has come from me wanting to eradicate all weakness, has come from a place of weakness and powerlessness because of what my dad said to me that day. That's what I keep saying, and I'll hold on to it because I like where I'm leading myself with it, not where it's leading me. I do have to take accountability where I'm leading myself with it. I'm leading myself with this weakness and this powerlessness that I was feeling that day, that I felt that day, and that I'm currently working through. I am leading myself, or at least seems as if I'm leading myself to a place of security where I can really, I could be comfortable. I could feel very comfortable knowing that I'm okay. If I needed to take on less than 10 guys, I can, if I want. I say if I want as if I'd be taking it to people. I wouldn't, but I refer to that event on Plank Day 90, where I genuinely could have been jumped by 4 people. Rather ironic that teenagers cycle past. 2 of them. Didn't feel any fear though. However, in the past, if that were to happen like 6 months ago, I would have. But no, genuinely not. But yeah, anyway, going back to the video. Actually, no, that might actually be very relevant to the video. That could be a part of where my weakness came from. Me seeing weakness within myself. I'd much rather be in a place where I have a black belt in at least one form of martial arts, and I can teach boxing if I wanted to. Just to show to my younger self that you've done it, you've become something great. You're not weak anymore. You're a strong fucking man. All of those feelings of anger and hatred and weaknessness deep down, pain deep down, they've had its place, and you've worked through it. You have worked through it. You decided to make a grown-ass man decision and work through it. Well done. Well fucking done. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and tell myself that, hell yeah. And it's not like I can't. I want to eradicate all weakness and see what I'm made of. That's what this video is about. Why? To get rid of all weakness. I'm not some bitch, and I refuse to have any thoughts, any thoughts in which I believe I am. I make myself out to be that way. No. If I do have those thoughts, okay, fine. If I do have those thoughts in the future, okay, fine. But I'll work through them. I'm not gonna just let them sit. That's for sure. I'll be doing this to make sure that I become the person I truthfully want to be and live life how I truthfully want to live it. Not how my parents have told me to live it, or any BS bollocks like that. No, not at all. If I'm gonna make a significant life decision, it's going to be on my own terms, not on terms that somebody else has made, and that's some bullshit. No. But yeah, that's it really. I after watching a Better Bachelor video a very long while ago, maybe like 2 years or so ago, back when I was watching his content, he was saying that he had to become a very strong person whilst he was on his way to learning his black belt, getting his black belt in something. I forgot which one it is, but I'm looking to do the same for myself. Yeah, be able to take on more than 5 people at once and win that, come out the other side. One man that's as strong as 10 or even 20, being my own one-man army, because I allowed myself to be weak for so long, physically and mentally weak, not knowing about mental health, not maintaining my health, not improving my health, because I didn't even know that was an option when I was a teenager. In my teen years, being more specifically 18 and younger, 19 I was starting to figure it out. But yeah, that's it. I'm looking to get rid of all weakness, and that's why I'm doing this. More specifically because of that event when my dad told his own son that it's either you putting your hands on me or me putting my hands on you. He told his own son that. But then again, people, if you're with them every day, eventually are going to say some absurd things. They are. But I wouldn't think of it in that way. But I'll tell you what though, I won't be weak. It doesn't matter that he's sorry, he apologized. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that I felt powerless that day, and that it was almost like I genuinely couldn't do nothing. I didn't know how to swing. If I felt the need to protect myself, I wouldn't have been able to. Not only that, but back then, for example, when there was a time in a specific serious conversation which I just wasn't saying anything because I wasn't being listened to. He slammed on the table and I had a very strong anxiety attack. That's not gonna happen anymore. I'm not some bitch. No. I'll make sure that I'm a very strong person and that I fight grown-ass men. Guys that are smaller than me, guys that are my height, guys that are bigger than me, both in height and muscle. I'm not gonna have anxiety attacks over someone else. I'm not gonna have anxiety attacks at all. I'm not gonna just allow myself to just have anxiety attacks due to feeling powerless and not knowing how to protect myself. Anxiety attacks being like I physically froze up and my hands started trembling after he slammed on the table. The table was marble as well, so when he banged on the table, it was loud, especially because the table was a bit unstable as well. It shook a lot as well, just like how my hand shook. And when he was in my face, that time when you were saying it's either me putting my hands on him or the other way around, we were right in each other's faces, stood up, and my legs were shaking. And that's what I'm defining as an anxiety attack, by the way. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. I refuse to be weak. That's not going to happen again. I'll make sure that I can take on more than one person. If just to be able to protect myself, I'll make sure that I can do that. I'm not some fucking bitch. Yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm ready to eradicate all sorts of weakness. I didn't stand up to make it seem like, oh my god, yeah, he's got to do it. Woo! Nah, I just want to go to the gym now for a second time. But anyway, I'm done. See you lot later. Bye.